Capulin is from Houston. He is 7-0 with 3 knockouts. So he gets to fight in front of the home folks and on national television. He's going up against Guadalupe Perez, who is 2-9 from Garland, Texas, and he's 29 years old. In his last fight, he lost a 4-round unanimous decision. He is a pro since 2006. So, going in against the young guy now, he's the barometer by which they will measure where Capulin is. And he would like to have a little something to say about that. So, his work is out in front of him. And you hear the crowd reaction for Capulin in his last fight in July. He scored a 2-round TKO victory over Stephen Cox. Pro since 2010. He makes his way through the ropes. And we'll take a look and see how these guys compare with each other. As Capulin trying to put on a show before we start. He's 9 years younger than Perez. The height in his favor, the reach in favor of Perez. So those numbers may neutralize each other a little bit. 10 points to the winner of a round. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell at all. Only the referee can stop the fight. And in the case of an accidental foul, you go to the scorecards after the 4th round. Let's meet the fight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 rounds of action in the lightweight division. Your 3 judges scoring this contest are Sam Godsam, Charles Phillips, and Barry Yates. A referee in charge, the 3rd man inside the square circle, is Gary Simons. Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner, he comes in wearing black trunks, official weight 127 pounds. His record stands at 2 wins against 9 defeats. Coming to us from ladies and gentlemen, here is Guadalupe Perez. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, he comes in wearing black, red, and green, official weight 132 pounds. His record is unblemished, having a record of 7 wins with 3 victories, coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Antonio Kid Crisis Capulin.
Okay, I've already given you instructions in the dressing room. Any questions from your corner? Any questions from you? I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Touch gloves.
All right, so they do that, and we're ready to go. Antonio Capulin around some of these parts. And Guadalupe Perez. Just based on the body language of Capulin, I think you're going to have some early fireworks.
He looks like he wants to fight right now. He doesn't even want to wait for the bell.
Barely got through introductions. Hey, what's interesting here, Paulie, if you're Perez, you've had 11 fights. This is a 4-rounder. You should have a ton of energy. And from the distance of the fight, it is stealable for you.
Yeah, well, you know, he's a guy with experience, 11 fights. I mean, Capulin doesn't exactly have a little experience himself. He's got 7 fights, so the experience factor is kind of similar. One thing that stands out when you first look at these 2 guys is one guy's 7-0 and one guy's 2-9. But Capulin, if you look more into his record, he has not beaten very many good fighters, or any at all, actually. All his wins are against sub-500 guys' record. And Guadalupe Perez has been an opponent for some prospects. He got stopped in his first 3 losses, but since then he has not been stopped. So although he hasn't won, he's kind of gotten a little better, so to speak. So it's still a decently even matchup nonetheless. And you know, as you can see here, Capulin is on the ropes. You know, Perez trying to make the fight, but we'll see how it pans out.
And here's Perez trying to lean in and fire a body shot. Capulin gets his own in. If you're Perez, you should be more pep in your step.
Well, you know,
You're a 6-round guy, maybe an 8-round guy, and you're down to 4 rounds. It might feel like a sprint to you.
it could, you know, and he's making the fight. And Capulin is on the back foot. Nice combination by Capulin there. Perez was coming forward until he got hit with all these shots.
Oh, he is getting drilled by these shots here. Hooks, right hand.
Nice job mixing his combination there with Capulin. But Perez, undaunted,
Double jab
nice.
and a right hand.
Set up by the jab. The guy only has 2 wins in 11 fights, but he knows the importance of his jab is to set up that nice right hand. And look, he's telling Capulin to come on and bring it.
That's a lesson. He just gave Capulin the best present he can give him going forward. The double jab in the right hand, no matter what kind of fighter you're in against, if you leave yourself open, you'll pay.
Good double hook by Capulin. Like the way he brought it from the body to the head. Doubled it nicely, sharp. Perez felt it, but again, he's another guy who's the B-side tonight who doesn't want to just lay down. Oh,
and he is breathing heavily as Perez is Capulin. Perez says, come test my chin. Capulin says, don't mind if I do.
He definitely obliged him.
All right, so Capulin and Perez engaged in an entertaining first round and some good offense by Capulin.
Yeah, especially when you go on the attack, you're not bringing your hands back to your head. He sees it, he throws the hook at you, he's hitting you with them, okay? Bring your hands back, especially when you're attacked, stay down low. Break your knees, get down low. Take a little step to the right and hit it from the side, Tony, all right? Yeah. John?
Get on your jab more, you're waiting.
Take a deep breath.
All right? We'll be good? Don't let him get off. Don't let him get off. You start throwing 3 or 4 punches at a time, grab his ass. All right? He's turning. Okay? You be first. Put your hands up.
Here we see Capulin back to the ropes, but the way he got off, nice double left hand, hook to the body and an uppercut to the head. Like the way he focuses on the body. Perez fighting back, but again, nice counter hooks to the body. There's one thing that stands out about Capulin. It's the way he gets down to the body, some sharp left hooks.
And his offense and the effect of it etched on the face of Guadalupe Perez as he stood up for round 2. He had been nailed, and the rest helped him a little bit, but there's some pain in those ribs as he was drilled. These are excellent shots by Antonio Capulin.
Capulin composed. You know, he's only got 7 fights, but he's got a nice composure to him. Keeps his hands up high, a good guard, shoots out a sharp jab, and then he knows how to switch it up to the body.
Right hand to the body here by Capulin, then the jab. And here comes Perez, making it a fight. Coming forward, jab, and then the right hand misses.
Perez gives you the effort, but Capulin has no problem fighting off the back foot, taking a step back, kind of starting to time Perez. Nice sharp jab, and again, drops it to the body. But Perez undaunted. He's still trying to fight. It's just a matter of Capulin is the better fighter.
And he senses that, comes in. Of course, when you're 7-0 and you see the record of your opponent as you get drilled with a left hook, and it's on your turf, you figure coming in, you're the favorite, and you want to put on, not just get a victory, but do something with emphasis, and that's what Capulin is trying to do here.
Well, you want to do that every time you fight. At this stage, nice jab to the body. That set up the right hand to the head. I like the way he did that. He got Perez's guard down by throwing the jab to the body, and then shot a sharp right hand to the head. Beautiful setup there. But like I was saying, at this stage of your career, you want to be sharp and separate yourself from the pack as far as the prospects are concerned. You want to look sharp every time out because you're not just expected to win, you're expected to win and look good. And right now, Capulin is looking impressive.
He's working the body nicely in this fight. He's been firing some nice hooks to the body. Perez playing the waiting game, and then fires a couple shots here. But Capulin blocking them and diverting them off to the side.
Yeah, another solid opponent tonight. You know, Perez is the B side, but here's another guy who didn't come, even though he's 2-9, he didn't come to just lose. You know, and believe me, at 2-9, you could see some guys just packing it in and say, hey man, I don't need to take these kind of punches. I lose every week or every month. What's another loss going to do to me? But Perez gives you the effort nonetheless.
Good effort by him, and we come up on the halfway point of this one.
You got to put pressure on him. He's coming to the body with that right hand now. You got to go over the top, okay? You got to go over the top with that.
Oh, your time is be quick now. Be quick now. Catch him ready to move around. Punch and go, John.
Ignore all the tracking on the alright? You know that with that combination we throw the wide right and 4 off the wide right? Yeah. Do it.
Over and over again until it stops working, okay? Catch your breath. Let's go.
Okay, here you see action from the last round. A nice sharp jab to the body. It sets up the right hand to the head. He set that up. Got Perez thinking to the body with the sharp jab, and then it opened up his guard for the right hand to the head.
Round 3 action set for 4. Antonio Capulin, 7-0. Guadalupe Perez not fighting like he's 2-9.
He's giving you the effort. He came out to fight even this round.
Jabbing a right hand by Perez. Good left hook to the body.
You know, they emphasize in the corner of Perez, get inside and work him, but you know, there's a price to pay to get inside on Capulin every time. And, you know, so far Perez has been willing to pay it, but it's a matter of how much can he take, even if he wants to pay the price to get inside. Because every time he tries to get in, Capulin is landing some sharp shots.
And for Perez, the price of getting inside keeps going up. So he's got a lot of heart. He's coming in, waving. Capulin to him, bringing the fight to Capulin. And Capulin, you get through this, what an excellent lesson. A great learning experience this fight will be.
Absolutely, because, you know, you see a guy 2-9 and you think, oh, I got an easy night. And if you sleep on this guy Perez and you think you got an easy night, and he gives you this kind of effort, you can find yourself with a bad loss on your record. And you see Capulin is not taking him lightly. He stayed sharp and he's remained composed the whole way. But, you know, this is not your typical 2-9 guy. You know, you see the win on Capulin's record after tonight, and you're going to say, he beat a 2-9 guy. It wasn't much. But, you know, he's learning a lot tonight because he's getting a guy who's giving a lot of effort, and he's got to vary his offense and use a lot of it.
And learn to react to a guy coming at him with some pretty good speed, as Perez has been able to do. And there's a nice counter move by Capulin as he dodges the right hand and ducks down and scores with a nice left hook to the body. Very fluid. And Perez showing how much that bothered him.
Capulin, a lot of impressive things he does, but the thing that sticks out to me the most, you don't see a lot of young fighters getting to the body very well or very often. He's got a very sharp left hook to the body, and for a guy with only 7 pro fights, it's pretty impressive.
Right hand lead by Perez comes up short. Just as well, you don't want to be throwing that. And here's a nice left hook by Capulin. Referee taking a look as Perez wobbled a bit. Interesting that he keeps coming at Capulin.
Well, that's all he knows. Nice spin move. I like that move. A little unappreciated thing sometimes. Nice spin move. He was on the ropes, Capulin. He spun him around and put Perez back to the ropes. Perez fought his way off, but again, little wrinkles that Capulin shows. A solid prospect.
All right, so good offense by both guys, and Capulin just better. And Entertaining nonetheless. Little symbol of respect he shows to Perez.
You say you let us get off first, baby. The last round, you got to give me everything you got. Come on, Luca. Hey, look. You got to keep your hands loose. We have 4 shots at a time. You say this guy ain't done nothing. You stick in there. Stay in there. Stay in place. You can't get his shots out.
Okay.
Come on, get your deep breath.
Okay, get water, get water. John, tell us what
Spit that out. Don't swallow it.
Start working your combinations, okay? There.
in and out, in and out.
And then the combinations are
Hands
working.
up.
Just keep on.
Hands up, okay? Last round, man. Come it out. Let's do this. Right, ready? Let's go.
Again, here more action from the last round. See Perez giving you the effort. A nice sharp left hook to the body by Capulin. Perez never stops trying. Again, another counter hook to the body by Capulin nonetheless, though. Here you go again. Nice combination. That kind of made Perez wobble a little bit, but he said, no, nothing hurting me. Even if it's not hurting him, it's costing him the rounds. Capulin landing solidly.
I think Perez is going to feel this fight for a little while as he has been drilled. 4th round, Antonio Capulin, 7-0-3 knockouts. Guadalupe Perez, 2-9. Not fighting like it at all. And we have had an entertaining shootout in this lightweight battle.
This is one of those one-sided fights that really, on paper, will not tell you the story. This is entertaining, like you're saying, Dave, because Perez is giving you the effort the whole way. He's forcing Capulin to work a lot harder than it seems. Capulin winning easily, but this is by no means an easy fight because he's got to give it the full effort every round in order to pull out the round.
Now, we're not seeing any time off. We're not seeing slow rounds. We're seeing a very good pace.
And like we went over last round, a solid learning kind of fight for Capulin. This is the kind of fights that make you better when you're a prospect.
I think it really helps you from your timing perspective.
Absolutely, and even mentally. You learn you can't sleep on anybody. And a sharp uppercut inside by Capulin.
There's Perez. Decided to change up and fire the left hook instead of the right hand. Chopping shot here by Capulin. Now, when would you move Capulin up to 8-round company? I mean, how many fights do you think he's away? He's got 10 coming in here. You can see him at 6-rounders now. How much time would you give him before you took another step up?
Well, it seems like they're being patient. The thing that sticks out, too, is he's only 20 years old, so there's no need to rush him. You know, as far as the rounds are concerned, I think before you step him up in rounds, you want to step him up in a little bit in opposition. Again, the 2-9 guy, this is a better 2-9 guy than you would think. And maybe start to put him in some fights with some guys with winning records. He starts to beat those kind of guys. It also makes his confidence grow. And then you can raise him up in the rounds in 6s and 8s. He's got a lot of wrinkles. I mean, I like the way he shifts his feet and changes the angle of the combination, even on the inside. I like the way he rolls there with on defense. Nice sharp jab, gets to the body. You know, there's a lot to work with this kid.
He's showing you a lot of intensity, and I think he'd be a very good student for what his trainers are trying to tell him. I like his balance.
And at 20 years old, he's going to continue to improve as long as he puts in the work.
Good left hook to the body here. So this one has a brisk pace all throughout. And a good stepping stone for Antonio Capulin. Guadalupe Perez gave it everything, which helped make this a good fight.
Absolutely.
So now it's just a matter of adding up the cards, which should be just a formality, but honest effort from that guy, 29 years old, and a lot to like in terms of the body language and the fight we see from Antonio Capulin, just 20 years old.
Yeah, he's the kind of kid, you know, as long as he keeps putting in the work in the gym, he's got a bright future. Definitely hasn't reached his ceiling. but yet looks good even at his age.
So now it's just a matter of pulling off the gloves. And here you go from some action from that last round.
And here's I think that was the round before, again, that jab to the body, right hand to the head. Perez, though, again, gave it the effort the whole way. It was just a matter of Capulin being better. But here, again, I think this is from round 3 as well. Just a counter hook to the body. Perez getting the effort, but again, just the shorter, better shots being landed by Capulin. Nice solid uppercut. Good hook there. Made Perez stumble a little bit. Look at Perez's reaction. never at a loss for words. Never took the fight out of him. The whole way he was fighting.
Yeah, the message sent that didn't hit me that badly. And Capulin appreciating the effort that Perez gave him. And now let's get the final numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges, Yates, Phillips, and Garza, score the contest identical, 40-36 for your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Antonio Kid Capulin.
All right, so fortunately for Capulin, no drama in that decision. And a nice effort by him. Got much more coming your way. Guerrero Candelo up next. We'll be right back.